April 7th today. We're back here to do more work on our bees. We had shown you in the last video putting our bees into nuc boxes so we could transport them. We've done that now. These have been trucked in from another location to help with drifting. This is the first year we've done it in these cardboard boxes like this. Ended up working really great. After dark we can just show up and boop, pick them up and move them. That's way better than ratchet strapping a deep together like we did in previous years. This makes an extra trip, but to save our backs from having to lug those deeps around, this is pretty great. We just pop it in, pop it out, off we go. So now we need to put these into deeps. We're doing that today. There's 5 frames in here already. 4 came from the nuc, maybe 5. 4 of them are actively being used. The deeps are putting them in have 5 drawn frames, so we're going to end up with a 10-frame box full of drawn combs. These things are really going to take off. We'll need to put seconds on them pretty shortly. We're also going to inspect 1 or 2 of our overwintered double deeps that we reversed last week and just see what's going on in there. They're not going to need any work, but we just want to see how things are progressing. So yeah, come along. Let's show you how we do this. Smoke in one screen, smoke in the other screen. Set it to the side. Ooh, that one's heavy. We have these bottom board and inner cover, outer covers already set up. So just move that to the side, drop an entrance reducer in, throw my deep on top. We have 5 frames here. I'm just sorting through this quickly. If there's any drone comb in here, I want that on the outside edge. So that's where they want it. I'd rather not have that in the middle of the brood nest. This is all worker comb, so we're all right. Leave 2 frames on each side. And now this deep is ready to accept frames. So we'll pop the lid here. Before I do that, I'll pull the number, throw it on the front of the colony, because if I don't, I'll forget it. Pop the top. These were just moved into their nuc boxes, into these cardboard nuc boxes yesterday. So I really have no need to do a deep inspection. They were just inspected yesterday. So I just need to get these moved over. Give them another little puff, because it's not a nice day. Wow, they stick these things down quick. This one's definitely on the stronger side. That's a drone frame. Throw it in. Now what we're doing here, just based on the time of year and what we're seeing, these bees can tolerate having an empty frame dropped in the middle of the brood nest. So we're doing that right away too. So that was 1 frame brood. This is a frame of resources. I'll stick that on this side. And I should have 3 more frames of brood. Pull this one. Alright, that's where I'm going to put my empty drawn frame in. Push my frames together. Push my frames together, then I can just grab the other 2 frames. Move them right over. Inner cover, outer cover. And then there's a few bees left in the box. I'll just check quick because I did not see the queen in there. Make sure she's not on the box. If she's not, and go pow. They'll find their way in. That's that. So the other thing we wanted to mention here is we're not sure how much checkerboarding we should or shouldn't be doing. It depends a lot on what the next couple weeks look like. We maybe could get away with doing like completely checkerboarding, put a frame, like every other frame being a drawn empty frame. Or maybe we're making a mistake already just by putting 1 frame in the middle. There's the queen on that one. It's hard to tell. Last year we did essentially this. And then we had to go back a week later because they had filled 3 or 4 of their frames with pollen and nectar in that week.
Well, we panicked.
We panicked a little, I'll agree with that.
We could have let them run for another week the way we had them.
So yeah, we're not quite sure what we're doing. This is just what we are doing. I think it's the right call. It seems to be a good compromise. They might hit the resource frames that we're dropping on the edge. Like the resource frames going here and here. And then the brood frames are in the middle. So they may treat that as the edge of their brood nest once they get there. And we might still have to do some management on these again. But we'll see when we get there. This is just what we decided to do.
We still have some cool nights coming.
Yeah, but tonight and tomorrow night are going to be 30, 35 degrees overnight.
But then next week, we're in April 14th, they're expecting sunny and 85 degrees or something like that.
So this seems to be a compromise we can handle here.
Pennsylvania weather, am I right?
All right, we'll move on. This colony we were into, I don't know, a week and a half ago? A week? Would have been a week,
yeah.
Pretty much to the day. And I found queen cups with eggs in them, queen cells, or starts of queen cells. And that's what put us in high gear to do all of our reversals last week. So now, 7 days later, we're going to jump in here and see exactly what we're actually, see if we pulled that swarm impulse back or not. This is one of our better colonies.
So these would have been reversed. They would have had 2 frames of brood put in the top. Well, you know.
Yeah, we saw our reversals last week. So no queen cells available or visible in the top box, but I also wouldn't really expect them to be there at this time of the year. Those just got moved up, so we'll check the bottom of the bottom box too here. I did see quite a few bees up in there though.
Yeah, they really moved up in. I'm liking what I saw there. We could do a quick inspection, see if the queen's laying up in there or not.
Give that some smoke. That's still a box of bees, and we moved 2 frames up. Nothing.
Just looks good.
Good.
I want to pull.
Yeah, let's. Oh, you can see they drew this. See the comb here? Hang on.
I can pull the frame too.
We'll pull that frame out. That's the one that was a blank, completely empty frame a week ago.
It wasn't even a week. It was 6 days ago.
6 days ago. Let's pull that and see.
Adds up.
I fully expect this, whatever's been drawn, completely laid full. The queens seem to love the freshly drawn comb.
Especially in the core of the brood nest. Yeah, we had a comment on our video last week asking, oh look how wobbly that is, gotta be careful here. Asking why we put blank frames in. And this is why. The bees just love it. And they're in drone mood. Oh, there's some worker brood in there.
Trying to see if I see eggs in there.
She's got a whole lot of room to lay. She might not have gotten to it yet.
I can't quite tell. Oh no, there's eggs all up in there.
6 days.
So we had gone into this one in an earlier video when we were just checking strength, and we wrote this one off as it's going to be dead, it's going to just get a nuke dropped into it. So we'll check them now, 3 weeks later. That's already stronger than I expected them to be. That's still too small.
Well, we'll see what they're looking like. I mean, if
maybe we can drop them back to a single and let them ride.
If they've got a frame of brood, we can drop a frame of brood out of a stronger colony into them.
We'll see here. These have been looking a little honey-bound so far.
Mm-hmm. Here's the queen.
Pollen. Here's the queen, yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Need to see some worker brood out of her. Yeah, we don't want to kill her unnecessarily or replace her unnecessarily, but also I don't want to just nurse a colony through just to get it into winter again. You need to be able to do something for me.
Well, she might be able to build up in time to be split.
That's a half a frame of brood. What's the next frame look like? Not even a half a frame.
So she's got a frame of brood-ish.
That's not very much, dude.
I know it's not very much, but like either we let them ride and see what they do, or we shake the equipment out and put the equipment in storage.
Let's drop them back to a single, remove a honey frame, give them an empty drawn frame, and see what happens. They seem to be honey bound.
The honey's all on
the one side.
On the one side, yeah.
That's hard to say.
My vote,
Probably just a waste of time. Maybe we'll get a
probably,
split out of
it's
them.
probably a waste of time, but I would vote we let them ride. I mean,
They look better now than I thought they were gonna.
yeah, definitely. I thought they were tiny.
They're a little bigger than they were a couple weeks ago. All right, yeah, we'll put them back to a single, give them a shot, see if she can prove herself. Here's another beekeeping lesson. Plans change. We have a big colony down there that needed some cap brood taken out of it to bring it back in line, and the rest of our yard is already pretty much equal, so guess who gets a donation? Yeah, probably not the best thing to do with it, but we have the extra brood. We'll see.
It is the best.
It is the best thing we can do with it. It's the best option. It's not a great option. That's what I'm trying to say.
We need to pull the big colony down below back. We have to, or it's going to swarm. And to pull it back, we need to pull brood out.
So we actually have
brood. You boost a weak colony.
We have 2 brood frames there, 2 half brood frames, and then 2 frames of resources with bees that we're going to shake off into it. We'll see how it goes.
I'm just going to pull honey frames out of here.
Yeah, they don't need them. As long as they have 1 left, which I'm sure they do.
I'll double check that, but yeah.
It came through really heavy.
Dangerously heavy. Honey bound.
No fighting to be seen. Nurse bees couldn't care less, and that's mostly what we have here.
Bees don't fight. Unless there's the handful of bees at the entrance that are guard bees, then they will. But in our experience, you can just toss colonies together. I mean, it almost makes me think that the literature on newspaper combines is completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have some smoke on these? Oh, you're filming, sorry.
Alright, you get the idea. We'll give this one a little boost, get it back in line with the colonies, maybe make some honey off of it. We'll mark that down as probably a mistake, but we'll make it and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.